Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our program brought to you by Secret City Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. You see their website right there. Right now, it is their Big Finish 2014 event, and they have some incredible deals going on. You can get 0% APR financing for 72 months on 2014 Dodge models. Right now, offer ends on December 1st. You can go to their website to learn more. Take advantage of this incredible opportunity. That is 2014 Dodge models, 0% APR financing for 72 months. Just head out to the Oak Ridge Turnpike. Check them out for yourself. Secret City Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. All right, guys, Chalk Talk segment. Let's talk a little bit about the pass rush. Shazan, Will, I'm guessing you guys are happy with what you're seeing. Tennessee, they've gone from 19 to 29 sacks just the last 2 weeks, 5 in each game. That 29 sacks is the most recorded by Tennessee as a team since they recorded 33 in 2005. You got to go back about a decade to see this many sacks, and there's still 2 games to go. What do you guys say? They're blitzing more. We've seen that. Majid, Barnett playing out of their minds. What's the big difference? Will, I'll start with you, then Shazan.
Well, one, you have to give some credit to the secondary as well, because when they are playing man-to-man, you've got tight coverage. There's not a lot of places to go to, so he's having to go to his second and third read. And I think overall, too, Barnett and Majid are getting off their guys and getting back to quarterback. I mean, last week against South Carolina, those weren't coverage sacks. Those were one move, beat your guy, and get on the quarterback. I mean, that's just a one-on-one guy winning it. So I think you've got 2 dynamic pass rushers. And I think the front line as well is in tight. Nobody's really getting beat. They're working together as a unit. And so there's no one person you can pick on and say, well, we can't go over. We can block him with 2 and we won't get hurt by this guy. So it's a team effort in a lot of different ways, but you also have 2 guys that are dynamic pass rushers.
I've been saying this for the last 2 years. They're finally playing upfield football. This is what it's about, getting upfield, getting out of the hole, watching the ball, watching your opponent, getting upfield, making the offense do things quicker than they want to do. They want to make decisions quicker than they're making them. They're making mistakes. You're seeing a lot of one-counter moves. Wait till these guys mature just a little bit more and you see the second move.
Right.
So they're playing upfield, and I'd like to see them make a few more tackles. The defensive linemen, they're not doing as well against the run as I think they should be doing, but yet, good job.
John, you mentioned the blitz, and there was a blitz where Coleman got to the quarterback in time to affect him to where there was the pick 6 the other way. I think the timing of their blitzes have been really good, and what's happening is on some of those blitzes, it's keeping the other team from doubling Barnett or Majid. And so I've seen blitzes come where it's like, oh, I got to go pick this guy up, and then Barnett or Majid makes a move and gets to the quarterback quickly, and I think that's helped him too.
It's a flip-flop of what we saw for the first 5 or 6 games of the year where the other team, all the way to Chattanooga, was doing it the other way around. You were going to say something, Will?
I think, too, is coaching. I mean, overall, what I haven't seen from defensive line over the last couple of years is they would run into offensive linemen and it looked like they were glued together. I mean, and it didn't look like they knew how to pass rush. And I think that is a big thing, because I don't think the last coaching staff knew how to teach you how to pass rush against an offensive lineman. And so I think that's also what you're seeing coaching taking effect with these guys as well. That's why they're getting better and better each week at it.
Pearl?
I think it's resiliency. I think, and I'm a quarterback. I can't say much about D-line like these gentlemen can, but it's resiliency. You got guys that are coming back and playing hardcore Tennessee football like Mr. Coleman. A couple of weeks ago, people were talking like they knew what they were talking about and didn't know anything. This guy made 3 big plays yesterday. One that created a pick 6. He's covering his guy. You got Cam Sutton. He's really that good. It's causing some coverage sacks. You got Mr. Reeves-Maybin, who was the unsung hero in that linebacking core. Everybody knows about AJ. He's playing great football. I think there's a lot of resiliency happening on that defense right now.
Throw another name out there that they've been waiting. The coaches have been high on him since preseason. He stepped up and made a couple of very nice plays yesterday in the defensive backfield. Emmanuel Mosley.
Oh, baby.
That's a couple of big-time bat-aways back there. So, yes, you're right. You do have to create. It's a function of the entire defense playing well together. But they certainly – Barnett and Majid playing with a lot of confidence right now. Barnett, in case you haven't heard, and you don't want to blow the hype too far. This doesn't mean he's going to be that kind of a player moving forward. But he now has more sacks as a true freshman than Jadeveon Clowney did with 9. That's pretty impressive. That's good company to be in for your freshman year. Before we go to break, I wanted to mention Shazan Bradley involved in East Tennessee Elite. You're working with 8th graders, and you're doing it out at Farragut High School. You've picked about 40 of the best 8th graders in East Tennessee to work with. Have
You know, we got a couple of them. I look at them and I say to myself, "Wow, I'm glad my time has come and gone." We have some special young men out there that we're teaching how to play the game and how to play the game right. These kids, if they'll stick with us and go through this whole system, at the end of their high school career, they will be ready to play Major League College football.
And that's you and Ben Talley, who's been on our show, a couple other ex-Vols involved in this. Folks, do you go out and just spot players, or can folks do a little more research on your guys to see if they might be able to get their kids involved?
A little more research would be nice. When we do go out and spot players, and we stay in real close contact with our big brother Todd Kelly, which knows everybody.
All right.
A kid named Roy Gibbs is the guy that kind of brought this thing up to our attention, and I think we've got some fabulous young men.
You teach them how to rough the passer?
We try to teach them the right way. We want to play good football, guys.
That's something to keep your eye on moving forward. The East Tennessee Elite, Shazon Bradley and former Vols working with that. It's a good thing. All right, when we come back, quick slants. We've got a couple of quick topics to hit on. Hey, by the way, now Jones and Stoops have coached against one another. Let's check that big board once again and see who's really having a better year. Come on back on the Sports Source.